I was there the day Horus slew the Emperor.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Lightning Tower, episode 3. My name's Tom and I'm joined by Liam.
Hello there.
And Stu.
Hello.
And we're a week late. We were supposed to be recording this last week, so we're kind of like off schedule. But if you just join us for the first time, we're a Horus Heresy podcast. Previously we used to do a Conflict 47 podcast.
Yep.
Called Run to Cover. So you'll probably, if you do know us, you'll know us from rambling podcasts with not really much in depth about anything. So
That'd be nice to face it. We're just background noise for painting.
Yeah. I'm good with that. Yeah, I'm good with that.
yeah,
That's our target market.
yeah, pretty much. So if you're listening to this on a podcast app, you can also listen on YouTube if that's easier for you, and vice versa. If you've got this on YouTube and you'd prefer to have it on a podcast app so you don't need it like shown on your screen, then you can find us on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts.
Oh, is it on there now, is it?
Yeah. Is there any others?
I've no idea. I only ever use Spotify.
That's what I use now as well.
Just whatever you get podcasts on, basically. It should be on pretty much everything by now. So, about 2 weeks ago, me and Stu had a doubles game at the club, Fallen Hope Games Club,
Yes, we
which
did.
was still 1.0 rules.
It was, because obviously it's not released
Yeah,
yet.
because we're not famous content creators and we don't have access to
We don't
anything.
get all the free stuff.
Yet.
So-
Yet.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I would want to.
I don't know. It would be nice to get, but...
It seems like an absolute... Can you imagine, right? You sat there, so you've been posted this 2 copies of a Horus Heresy box set.
Yeah.
One to paint up for an open day,
And one for
yourself. You can't tell or show anybody for like a month that you've even got it.
But is there not... There's more than 18 content creators have got it though, I'm sure.
There will be now, I imagine. But actually, you say that, I haven't seen anything on YouTube from anyone who didn't do something for the open day.
I think you're right. So there might have only been 18.
Well, there was 30, wasn't just 18, because there's Primarchs as well.
With the
Half-
Primarch separate.
Half did the box set and half did the Primarchs.
Ah.
That being said, I don't know if the people who did the Primarchs would have got a copy of the box set, because they were the people who did the Primarchs were mostly like pro painters,
Yeah.
where the people who got the box sets were mostly like YouTubers.
Yeah. Like battle reports and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was only one podcaster.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've listened to the Imperial Truth.
No.
A guy called Greg Dan. It's pretty good actually. I never listened to him before all of this happened actually. Like my go-to Horus Heresy podcast was the Eye of Horus,
Yeah.
which is the Australian guy Tim Corbulu.
Yeah.
He likes to go boom.
Oh, yeah, remember you telling about him, man.
So that was my go-to, and the thing is with Horus Heresy podcasts is most of them go on for like 5-6 hours at a time.
Yeah.
You know, I think I listened to an Edge of Empire one once that was like 8 hours long. I was like, it took us nearly the whole week to go through the podcast.
Oh,
by
by with that, like.
By the time I'd finished, because obviously I was doing it in like bits, but normally I would get like a full week's worth of podcasts.
Yeah.
Like from travelling to work and back every day, and I would like literally didn't even finish the one podcast. But yeah, back to my point, because I've rambled well off
Well, as
topic.
soon as you
there.
mentioned that, where do you listen to them? Spotify.
Me, no, Apple Podcasts.
Apple
I've got an
Podcasts.
iPad.
Okay.
and an iPhone.
What was it called?
It's the Imperial Truth.
Okay.
But he had, so this is where I was getting to. So he's done 3 podcasts based on the open day, and he's like interviewed a lot of people while he was there.
Okay.
So out of everyone who was there, he's actually come out with a load of decent content.
8 hours worth.
Not 8 hours worth. Well, actually, I think he's. I think I'm on to my second one, and both of them are 3 hours long. And he says he's got another one coming.
Oh wait.
But he does.
3 hours isn't too bad.
But it's not. It's a mix of interviews with everyone who was there. So he has like 5 or 6, 15, 20-minute interviews. But he's also talking a lot about the content as well and the rules, because he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Which is, like I say, that's like a nice point of it, because a lot of the content creators who were there, it was great on the day to see everything up on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
But then afterwards, there was nothing.
Because none of them had a clue, really.
Yeah, like even like Hellstorm Wargaming, who I like and watch for 40k stuff, even though I don't really play it, hasn't done anything since, apart from a video on how he painted his models.
Yeah, yeah.
Same with Broadsword Wargaming, even though I know that they do play 30k, they haven't really done anything. Obviously, the main person's been
Ash from Guerrilla Miniatures.
Ash from Guerrilla Miniatures.
He's been prolific.
He must have about 50 videos up.
I watched the 2 hours Let's Go Through a Book.
I started watching it.
Yeah, I think because they all came online last week when I was ill, and I just didn't have the energy, and I was lying in bed ill, and I was putting them on, and then drifting off to sleep.
Oh, so
they
were thrilling with it.
I just he's literally just talking about rules, but when you're not in the mindset for rules, it's just like I couldn't even listen to it. I was just like, it was just like I didn't take anything from it really.
Yeah.
But if he does have some really good videos, so if you listen to this and you want to know what your Legion rules are going to be, if you look at the Guerrilla Miniatures games on YouTube, he has a short 20-minute video-ish for every Legion.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And funny enough, I didn't watch any of them because I'm saving it for when I get the book myself. Be a surprise. Look through them. Well, it's part of the fun. It's like saying, how can I make this? How could I use this?
Yeah, I suppose. At the same time, I like
if I'm buying the books, I may as well use them.
I kind of like to prepare. So, for example, for Ultramarines, I knew from the Games Workshop articles that for the Rite of War, you got all the doctrines sort of thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But what I didn't know, what I found out from Guerrilla Miniatures, is that you need a Master of Vox or Master of Signal or something to do that.
Yeah.
Which means I need to plan to convert one of my new Praetor models when I get it into one of those guys.
So he's going to have a radio backpack.
Basically, or some kind of I think there might be like a mini satellite dish that came with some intercessor style guys.
4 flags.
Something I just can't decide which one it should be. Should it be the guy with like the chicken head mustache, or should it be the guy with the
chicken head mustache?
The fat guy with the big axe.
The fat guy with the big axe.
Yeah, because his thing on the top of his head, it's not like a horsehair crest, is it? It's more like what a rooster would have. Do you know what I mean? It's like even when he doesn't have his helmet on, he still has this rooster crest.
Does he?
Does he?
I've not really noticed.
Yeah, you can build the model bare head, but he still has the crest, as like a skull cap with a giant crest on.
I thought that was the shape of his head. I was like,
no.
What?
But it is strange.
But you are going to be using them.
Well, I'll be converting one to one of these characters, and the other one I'll be chopping up to mix with a jetbike, to make a jetbike Praetor.
Oh.
No, okay.
So, and then I'll see what actually I will need to play the game. and then the third one will turn into that.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so
I kind of like this army building before the rules are out though. It's kind of, what do you think's cool?
Yeah, I think that kind of works for Heresy anyway. Like, it's like the fact that if you're playing like Legions, everyone can build, can use every unit basically.
Or almost every. You got the specific ones, but
but
it's 1 or 2 per Legion, isn't it?
Yeah.
A handful, if that.
Yeah. It's going to be even less now because
right, 95% of a Legion army is going to be the same as another Legion.
Yeah. anything that didn't have models isn't getting carried over.
Oh.
Officially, it won't be in the say they will release in Legend style PDF, but it won't be in your Index Astartes books.
Right. So, well, I mean, all I'd say is to me is if there is a 30k tournament, there'll be history then.
Maybe. I mean, this is assuming people do tournaments and not just like narrative days and
Well, it doesn't really lend it to that as much, does it?
Yeah.
It's more about the narrative gaming.
Yeah, because the Mechanicum has been shown as well. The contents page from their book.
Right.
That's going to be released as well. So I've not known anything about 30k Mechanicum really.
Haven't got a clue.
I couldn't tell you what's missing and what's not missing.
No.
But
I don't know this thing about 30k Mechanicum. Like, was it a cult then or what?
was
it just normal
It was
dudes?
the same. I've read a couple of them books, but they just seem to be the same really. Obviously they do kind of worship the Emperor as a god. Like the Omnissiah. Like, even though nobody's supposed to.
Yeah.
Like, the Emperor lets them get away with it, really, because he needed all their tech to reconquer the galaxy.
Yeah.
And titans and things. So, but well off topic here. So,
Yeah. No, nothing new there.
So I think, basically, I was saying, like, I wouldn't want... So you get all this stuff for free.
Yeah.
But you,
that was the point, wasn't it?
You can't show anybody or tell anybody. Or, do you know what I mean? Like, it must be a bit of a nightmare, really, for like the Instagram painters to be painting these Primarchs that they got for free, but not be able to use them. So you spend 3 weeks on one model, but you can't use it.
Well,
for your social media, so it's kind of like dead time, really.
But then
In that regards, if that is your job, like
Yeah.
say you're making painting videos and painting tutorials, and
you've lost 3 weeks worth.
That's 3 weeks worth of content that you can't really use.
But at the same time, something like the re-release of 30k, like version 2, the new box set, is a pretty big deal to Wargaming.
Oh yeah.
So even if you get the 3 weeks advance, which I think they got,
Yeah.
or it'd be probably 4 by the time it's actually out, that's a massive deal still.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it might be long. It might be 3 weeks ago that the Gorilla Miniatures videos dropped, I think.
Yeah.
So
his first few videos, it was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So he's had like a 4-week lead before the actual release
Oh yeah, for his
to like get his viewers in.
for his YouTube. Yeah, I've noticed that really that like obviously nobody else can make any content on this stuff that he's making content on. So
So you get the 4, even though like before that time you've got to put a lot of time into it, you'll get the 4 weeks exclusivity.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then once you can put it up online, you can put all of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like the fact that he did his battle report. I tried to watch the mini wargaming one, and I just couldn't get away with the guy's voice.
No, it's not as good.
They are good mini wargaming most of the time,
Oh yeah,
but this feels like a bit rushed. Like some of their stuff is really good. Like they did a full Gorgamoka campaign a few years ago.
Oh yeah, that was good. Yeah.
And that was really well done. And I was like looking forward to seeing the next episode, but obviously it's quite a short game.
Yeah.
And they weren't being very serious at all. So the videos were like quite entertaining.
But I think that really added to it though.
Yeah. I would say trying to watch a YouTube battle report to learn a new game, it isn't really the best way for me, I don't think. But yeah, but what we did do, so back to where we were supposed to be at 13 minutes ago. So we played a doubles game at the club. So we're still on 1.0 rules. Obviously they haven't changed a lot, and we haven't played 40k, that era of 40k for a long time.
Yeah.
We're just like trying to ease ourselves back into the way it works. So, it's more or less going to be the same. So it was me and Joel.
Yeah.
So I had my Ultramarines and he had his Night Lords.
Blue boys.
Yeah. So we were on the same team because we both had blue models.
I like that theory. I like that.
And Stu had you had my Iron Warriors, didn't you?
Yeah, I had 2 squads of your Iron Warriors, both Terminators.
Yeah.
and a Terminator. Was he a Centurion? Was he a Praetor?
He was a Siege Master.
A Siege Master. And then one squad of Death Guard boys.
And then
Just because.
you were teamed up with Bob, who had his Death Guard army.
Yes.
And he had a load of Terminators, basically, didn't he?
Yes, he had a load of Terminators, a couple of tactical squads. Was there anything else, or was that it?
He had Typhon.
He did, he had Typhon.
So definitely traitors.
Mm.
Was Typhon traitor?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. He kind of turns to chaos before Mortarion, didn't he?
Well, I mean, he accepts like the powers of the warp, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, because he was the chief librarian at first, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And then Mortarion was like, yeah, we're not having any more librarians.
No, yeah, he
Just stop doing magic.
Yeah, just
And he wasn't very happy about it. He's like, he's in the middle of a battle and he knows he can like use all his magic, and yeah, you're not allowed.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily make him a traitor, because obviously the Space Wolves never even stopped using psychic powers.
I mean, the Space Wolves are they're all on to themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the equivalent of Space Wolves not using psychic powers is like if you had a car and instead of miles per hour on your speedometer, you set it to kilometers per hour, and you were like, you kept going like so much slower than you were supposed to be, and when the police pulled you over, you're like, yeah, but this is my speedometer, so I'm right. That's like the space.
Right.
That's like the Space Wolves saying rune priests weren't doing psychic powers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like it's
They're not psychic,
so
they're rune
ridiculous
priests.
and stupid to everybody else.
Yeah.
But somehow they got away with it.
Continue to get away with
Yeah.
it.
But then obviously the Blood Angels didn't take them much to go back to using psychers, and the Dog Angels as well. So.
Well, I mean, yeah, they all go back eventually.
So having psychers isn't necessarily a sign of being a traitor.
Oh, no, it's not. Well, I mean, considering the biggest, loyalist man of them all is a Psyker. The Emperor.
Can you be loyal to yourself?
Can you not be loyal to yourself? Anyway.
Anywho.
So what? We did the same mission we did the first time, didn't we? Right?
Did
We randomly wrote it and it turned out to be the same.
Yeah, you just had to
roll it
like
again, then.
try and get across to the other
We
side.
didn't roll it again because you'd already found the page in the book.
Yeah. So the deployment was slightly different, because instead of having some weird triangle deployment, we kind of just said, yeah, we'll measure this many inches in.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
seems right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't even look at the book. We were just like, yeah, about that far.
I like
That'll
that,
do.
yeah. Just eyeball it.
And so I had what was interesting. I had my Vindicator with its main gun.
Yeah.
With the quad las cannon thing.
No, the other one had the other gun on it.
Demolisher cannon.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, right, so how do I fire this? And I'm like, and after it always scatters. I was like, what do you mean it always scatters? Well, unless you roll a hit on the scatter dice. And I was like, because I was thinking you would roll to hit, and then if you miss, you scatter.
Yeah.
But obviously not. Which means
See,
it's
I'm
going
not
to
sure
scatter.
because after the battle, I thought maybe it is like a normal roll to hit. Might have been thinking of like an actual like up and over barrage.
Yeah,
Might always scatter.
yeah.
Well, that was like direct fire, wasn't it?
Yeah, so this is the thing with not really having proper rules.
Yeah.
So obviously,
I mean, it was entertaining.
yeah, so the game, did it end up in a draw, technically?
No.
Because I know we were winning,
Yeah.
but I don't know if we would have won, because we finished after, did we finish the game properly, or did we just call it after 5 turns?
We called it, and we basically didn't have anything left.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not true. You had tons of tactical marines.
We had barely anything left.
So I think what we learned from that battle is the same thing I learned from the first one is massive elite units that cost loads of points and not actually that effective on the battlefield.
The most effective thing in that battle was probably the bolter.
Yeah.
Because it took down the land speeders, it took down the terminators.
Yeah, that was a bit upset losing all the land speeders, just a normal bolter fire, but that's what happens when you've only got weak armour, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, to be honest, them Proteus land speeders are guys on the front anyway. What do you expect to happen?
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't really got any cover, have they?
no. But yeah, it's like I think this is it in this kind of game, because I've been thinking about this with special weapons. Do I want high-powered special weapons that beat armor? Or do I just want to force a lot of armor saves?
Right.
Because if you think about it, 3-up save, you're going to fail a third of them mathematically from anything. So you might be better off with something like the Volkite.
Yeah.
Which will have more shots.
Yeah.
Or
Not only the Volkite, but if you fail, you can fail again.
Yeah. Or even the rotor cannons, which have an absolute ton of shots.
The problem is the rotor cannons are strength 3, aren't they?
Yeah.
So we're going to struggle to actually put the saves on.
Yeah, but that, like the sheer amount of shooting,
Yeah.
mathematically it'll eventually.
Which is why I think Death Guard is going to come into their own. Because they're always going to count as stationary.
Yeah.
So them, like, it's not Heart of the Legion, Fury of the Legion, which lets you shoot bolters twice if you're stationary.
Yeah.
Death Guard.
That's assuming you're allowed to do
Well,
it.
we don't actually know how it's going to work, but yeah.
We don't know how the Fury of the Legion rules are going to work. But the Death Guard rules do seem pretty powerful right now.
But the whole not running is kind of... it's a bit of a downside.
But it's just like... You can move and shoot with all of your heavy weapons.
Ordnance as well, I assume.
Possibly, if it counts for vehicles. And then a lot of these reactions...
Oh yeah, the reactions. I can't remember what their special reactions.
Yeah.
Just to let you all know, Charles found a golden star.
Yep, golden star.
Yeah, excellent.
So yeah, it's just we don't know how many things it's going to affect, but it seems like to me like a lot.
Yeah.
And they're going to, especially like I say, just normal
That's
guys with bolters are going to do really well in Death Guard armies.
Every Legion move seems been good though.
Yeah.
Any outliers there?
I mean, some of the rules are clearly not as good as others.
Okay.
For instance,
let's look at, is it Space Wolves? Is it +1 weapon skill on the charge?
No, I can't remember.
Or
It might be.
+1 to hit?
+1 to hit's pretty good.
On a charge.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they're going to be doing.
But you have to build into that game style. Same as
that's true.
World Eaters, +1 attack on the charge.
I mean, if you're not building into that with World Eaters, what are you doing?
And you're not. Yeah, but, that's what I mean. No, this is the thing. With some armies, Blood Angels, -1 to the dice to wound on the charge. All of these assault armies are only getting bonuses when they charge.
that's why you play them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you always going to charge. This is the thing. This is the thing. You can be charged and you'll not get any bonus. Whereas in a shooting army, if your bonus is...
Is it not when you get charged?
No.
Just when you charge.
Just when you charge. So the shooting army, you get your bonus when you shoot.
Yeah.
That works both ways.
What do you mean?
So you don't... Like, if you shoot, like, say, as your reaction...
Oh, yeah,
or
but then you're only going to be doing one of them, though, aren't you?
You can do a lot more, like some of the shooting, like someone like Imperial Fists.
That's an amazing rule.
+1 to hit with all bolter and auto weapons. There's no downside to that. And yeah, it kind of does force you to build your army a certain way to an extent. But if you don't...
But I think Imperial Fists would have built that way anyway.
Well, this is the thing. If you build a balanced army with a mix of everything, you'll get more use out of the Imperial Fists rule than you would the World Eaters rule. Because you're not going to have as many dedicated assault troops unless you build for it.
They don't... I mean, I agree, but also you don't have to be dedicated now with the bolter bayonets and chain bayonets.
That's one thing.
Because they're still going to be like pushing the edge of what you can do.
Yeah, like makes tactical marines.
They're more versatile. They're not just a bolter.
Do you have the rules for them?
Guerrilla Manager Games said them, and now I can't remember them.
Yeah. I can't remember. I remember
they were two-handed.
Yeah.
And they help you wound.
Yeah.
And I think the chain bayonet's got the shred.
Yeah, so if you were in a fight, 2 lots of tactical marines, one had bayonets, one didn't. Because they're two-handed, that would mean you're going second. Is that right?
Yeah.
But then you're more likely to kill the
You're
other
more likely to
person.
kill.
Yeah. Seems like a handy thing to have.
Yeah.
Probably maybe just mix them up.
You think?
Different, one squad chain, one squad normal. Maybe I'm not sure. Depends if they're any use against vehicles or not.
Wait and see.
Yeah, but this is another thing. We don't have a rule book in front of us.
I mean, for it to be useful against vehicles, it's going to have to add at least 2 strength, isn't it? To get a strength 6.
Yeah, because let's remember this isn't 40k and you can't just punch a tank to death.
No. I don't think it's going to be that good.
No. Right, so it might be. Well, no, it's not going to be like a chain fist, is it?
No.
Not for 2 points a model.
Anyway, and
So-
also everything we've said on rules here, we don't actually have a book, so take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, it's just it's all third-hand information at this point, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
So
and what we can remember.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So has anyone done any hobby progress these last 3 weeks?
Does printing other people's armies count?
No.
Nope.
No.
I've built.
Oh, that's not true actually. I have printed some stuff for myself now.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
What?
A Leviathan Dreadnought
Oh.
and some actual like Death Guard helmets.
Ah.
Yeah.
Printed bodies for the helmets to go on.
Already had the bodies.
Oh, right.
Nice. I've built my 10 water boys off you.
Oh, the Mark IIs.
The Mark 2s.
They look cool.
They look really cool.
Good.
I've sprayed them red.
Yeah. Oh, well, you're almost there.
I've built me. What do you call him? I know a guy I bought.
Oh, a jump pack
The
book.
jump pack bloke. Built him. Sprayed him red.
Yep.
So I'm getting there. I've moved some of my tanks from my upstairs shelf of fame to the painting table to crack on with.
Alright. What tanks?
Me Achilles Land Raider. And me
yeah.
Demios Command like Rhino. And I ordered the Forge World Blood Angels Praetor.
Nice. Nice.
And I've been practicing some power sword painting because I realised I suck at painting power swords. And obviously loads of stuff in 30k's got power swords.
Yeah.
So it's like, right, yeah.
Power swords is one of them things, isn't it? Like you can. There's loads of different ways to do it, and sometimes you just go, yeah, I'll paint it silver and put a blue wash on it.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Just because I can't be bothered.
Because I think green looks really good against the red.
Yeah.
So the Blood Angel red with like a green power sword looks quite cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been trying and failing to do, but that's what I'm trying. Because I've got a load of old power swords and stuff off other characters and upgrade spells and so it's been right. I don't like the look of that sword. Let's have a go painting this one to see what it looks like.
What does the jump pack bloke have?
Massive power sword.
Massive power sword.
Massive 200 power sword.
We'll just call him Conan.
He's definitely flying Conan.
Space Conan.
Space Conan.
Although I said the Blood Angels Forge World Praetor also has a 200 power sword as well.
Yeah.
They'll probably be Paragon blades, won't they?
Yeah, I think that's what they
Yeah.
are.
If you can run. I think you can run any blade style weapon as a paragon blade.
Yeah, yeah.
Even a chainsword if you want.
I was just basically saying this is a special one, isn't
This
it?
is a special sword.
Yeah.
Look, it goes glowy.
Yeah.
So, but that is it. I've been testing some new style bases as well because I want to go deserty.
Yeah.
For me, Blood Angels. Because obviously me 40k Blood Angels are all like on like a grass jungle kind of looky. So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
going to go for like desert, so
Just mix it up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Plus it's easy to paint.
Yeah. It definitely is easy to paint. That's why I like desert bases.
Well, there's that desert paint you can buy, isn't there?
That's what I've got.
Yeah, base paint. Yeah.
Yes. There's a little bit highlight that'll do.
Yeah.
What about you?
I finished 3 more jet bikes and another Rhino.
Just need some blokes to put in them.
Yeah. Just painted them exactly how I painted the other ones, so the same like kind of muted military blue look with the weathering all over.
Yeah. They do look cool, like.
Yeah. And that's about it really. I'm just waiting on models now. Me, really.
Like the box set.
Yeah. Basically, I think that's the problem I've had is because I want Mark 6, I have to wait. If I'd have wanted to do any other mark of armour for my army, I could have just had stuff now and had it done.
Oh yeah.
I'm just waiting and then it'll be the box set. The thing is though, I don't want to like rush through it either. So I just want to like maybe just do the Marines and leave everything else.
Yeah.
And wait till the like tactical Marines are done and then start picking from the rest of it what I want. So
Have you got plans to use it all?
I will use it all, yeah. I don't see why I wouldn't really.
A bit meh. There's bits of it I don't think I'll use. Obviously, I'm not using either of the two characters because I don't want them.
Yeah.
No, that kind of. Yeah, they don't look Death Guardian enough.
The thing is, though, you can convert characters.
You can.
And you might be able to, like, you never know until you get the sprues.
Yeah.
What you can do with them. I mean, I don't like cloaks on characters.
No.
Especially Space Marines. I don't know why you would.
Because it looks cool.
It would not work. It would keep getting, the cloak would get soggy and wet, full of blood and mud and all sorts, set on fire, and then constantly be getting trapped in the joints of your armour at the shoulders. Every time you moved your arm, that cloak is going to get trapped in your armour. It's just not going to work.
Yeah, so I don't think I'll use the characters, and I don't think I'll use the Terminators either.
No.
Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of cataphractii Terminators, but...
Although it depends what the rules are like for them. Or mine.
Yeah, this is the thing. They would be my only dedicated close combat unit if I had them, because I wouldn't have anything else dedicated for close combat. So I'm not sure how I would build them. I'm kind of tempted towards the lightning claws.
Oh, lightning claws.
They do look cool.
They look cooler.
It doesn't really say ultramarine though.
No, but yeah, I don't know, because power fists are more for fighting other Terminators and vehicles.
Yeah.
Now I want something that will fight normal Marines in close combat. And lightning claws, I think that's the way to go for that.
Yeah.
Plus they like stand out well. The other option would be to see what options they can take. Maybe, I don't know, can you do like Storm Shield and Power Sword?
Oh, that'd be cool.
But then that's having to get like parts to do that, which is an added faff. Like I say, I'll go through the tactical Marines first.
Well, you need them basically.
Yeah, because I need them.
Yeah.
And then...
But what your army's missing is tactical Marines and a leader.
Yeah, next Tuesday, for our game next Tuesday, Sergeant Fistus is going to stand in as the leader.
Alright. So he's a praetor on a jetpack.
Well, he will be for a week because his CO's been killed in the field, so he's getting a field commission.
Oh, nice.
And
that's confirmed.
Everyone knows that your sergeants are the guys who know what they're doing anyway. So
That's fair
you
enough.
never know.
He's gotten a field commission. I can't imagine Gilman signing off on that. You'd be like, no, he has not completed training module 3.1. He cannot be given a commission.
I think that's where Space Marines and real military differ massively, isn't it? Like in real military, you like posh guys buy commissions.
I don't really think it's the case anymore, though, is it?
The sergeants have to. Well, it kind of still is, really.
You just need
bits.
Just need a degree.
And the sergeants are the ones who do all the thinking in the field. Do you know what I mean? And the young officers. I mean, obviously.
One pick wonders.
I mean, obviously, the officers can then build their experience up.
Yeah.
But that's not how Space Marines work, is it?
No.
Most captains have got 300 years experience. So, it'll be a bit strange. It makes you wonder what the Imperial Guard officer training's like. Do they have an officer training, or do they...
Oh yeah, it's going to vary greatly depending on where they're raised.
Yeah.
Cadians, probably. Mordians, probably.
Yeah.
Caligans, do you just live long enough?
Yeah. Get muchly and live.
Have you managed to survive to adulthood?
Yes, you're an officer. Steel Legion.
Oh dear. I mean the Krieg. Were you in an officer vat?
What vat did you come out of? Oh, you're an officer.
Yeah.
And we shovel-nisers.
Okay. So, right. And on that, we're going to take a quick break to end the segment, and we'll be back in a minute.
Cool.
Alright, welcome back. We've probably just spent 10 minutes talking about stuff we could have talked about on the podcast.
We still can.
So
it was a trial.
It was.
It didn't make any sense. Which it didn't, but you know.
So, last Saturday was pre-order day.
Yep.
And I just want to talk about a couple of things. So, first thing is that even though it's not going to be a limited release, Wave 1 is now sold out.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, it's not a limited. It's not a limited release, but there is a limited amount. Originally to sell. Yeah. Like they have to put the order back in the factory for more.
But it didn't seem like it was sold out immediately.
No. So I ordered mine through Goblin Gaming. Got the confirmation email. I haven't heard anything since. Yeah. So I assume it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because last time with Indomitus, is that what it was called?
That's 40k.
9th edition 40k.
Yeah, not the Dogma Imperium,
I think it was Indomitus. With the Blade God veterans.
Yeah. Indomitus. Yeah, I got an email saying that they'd sold out in 5 minutes, but because I ordered mine within 3 minutes. Yeah. I got mine.
Alright, okay.
So
who did you order that through?
That was with Goblin Gaming. I got 2 copies of that actually, just to be sure. Yeah. I got one with Goblin Gaming and one through Battle Bunker.
Right.
So, and then traded the Battle Bunker Necrons for more Space Marines, so I had loads of Space Marines, basically.
Loads of Space Marines.
Which was quite a good deal. How much? That box wasn't.
You know what? That's a perfect description for 30k.
Loads of Space Marines.
That should have been his tagline. Yeah. Loads of Space Marines.
Lots of time.
But I only ordered 1 box of this Age of Darkness.
Yeah, me too.
But it was a little bit tempting to go for 2. I think.
Why?
At that price, just because
it's such a good deal, but at the same time,
it is.
It's like it's such a good deal that you can wait on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, this is the thing with it not being limited. Yeah. Release.
That's why I haven't pre-ordered it. Yeah. Plus, I need to work on my car this month.
Okay. Yeah, but it being such a without the limited release, you didn't need to jump on it straight away. Yeah. You know, like you say, I think, and because of that though, I think they're going to have lower sales.
You think?
Because not everybody needs a rule book in a group.
No, they don't, no.
So if you have a group of 10 players who already have armies, they might, only 2 or 3 might buy the box and get a rule book.
Because we're going to have at least 6 rule books.
I would have thought.
Is there 6 people in the group ordered?
Yes.
I would have thought so, yeah.
Well, plus one I get when I buy.
Plus,
I will be buying it anyway.
People who buy it just for 40k will stick the rulebook on eBay.
Yeah. They will. And that tempted me to not buy it, knowing that that's probably going to happen.
Like you could just go on eBay, probably for 30 quid, I would guess.
Yeah, I would thought so.
Probably maybe
it is a very nice book.
Yeah. But like I say, it would be about that. You could possibly even pick them up on Facebook trading groups. For cheaper, people who are wanting rid, or people who have bought 2 copies, and don't want 2 rule books. That sort of thing.
The rule book is really pretty, and its artworks look really nice as well. Yeah. So yes, I've read it.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So 1 copy of that. Another thing to point out with the pre-orders. So they had the 2 books.
Yes.
For your army books, they were a bit more expensive than I thought they would be.
Yeah, they were.
Were they 40? 42, something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I was thinking about getting both, and when the price came up, I was like, I'm just going to get the loyalist one for now. That, you know, it's just a bit much. Plus, I don't really like reading rules.
No.
So, I'm not going to sit there reading them for fun.
At the minute, I've got a Death Guard army, but I've ordered both books
Yeah,
because I know it's only a matter of time before I start Imperial Fists.
yeah.
You going to, are you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So why have you... So if you really want to do Imperial Fist so badly,
Mm-hmm.
and you've only got 10 Death Guard models painted,
Yes,
why still push on with the Death Guard?
because I think they're cool.
And then he's got pre-heresy, post-heresy, Death Guard armies.
Because I like Death Guard.
Yeah,
There we go.
I suppose we do need some bad guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So that the Imperial Fist be the bad guys as well.
So
we can't have traitor.
what have we got in the club? What have we got in the club? Who's getting what?
Yeah, so we have got
Well, 'cause that's the thing. We've got like 3 Imperial Fists and 3 Death Guards. I've chosen the most popular.
There is actually a list that
I'm trying to find it.
Joel at the club has compiled of who's playing what legions, and it's getting actually quite full now.
Yeah.
So
Is it in the WhatsApp group with the Facebook group?
It's in the Facebook Horus Heresy group.
That's the one I'm in now. But I'm back ages away here.
Can't be that far because
No,
he
it is
updates it every couple of days.
No,
I know that's Space Wolves.
There we go.
Oh, he's got it.
Right, so we've got Lila so far, me as Blood Angels, Jamie is Imperial Fist, Stu is Imperial Fist, Tom, you as Ultramarines, Lee is Dark Angels, Brian is Iron Hands, Blake is White Scars, the other Lee has Salamanders. We haven't got a Space Wolves yet, and Traitors. We've got John's doing Night Warriors, Iron Warriors, sorry.
Yeah.
Joel's doing Night Lords. Ash is doing Little Tom is doing Alpha Legion. Robert's doing Death Guard.
Yeah.
Phil's doing Death Guard.
Stu's doing Death.
Stu's doing Death Guard. Liam's doing Emperor's Children, and we haven't got Sons of Horus, World Bearers, Thousand Sons of World Eaters as yet.
Yeah.
It's not a bad little.
No.
So.
Like I said, we are kind of lacking on traitors compared to.
Well, it's only by 2.
I think the difference is, though, is if you look at people who actually have got models and can play games,
Yeah.
compared to people who are just starting, then the traitors are probably a bit
Yeah.
better off. With Bob having like a full army,
Yeah.
and Joel's army's
Nigh
quite
on
big.
done.
And John is basically repainting them Dark Angels
Yeah.
he got, them old school retro style Dark Angels into Iron Warriors, so he's going to have quite a lot there. Whereas a lot of the Loyalists is new projects.
Yeah, like I'm on the list for Loyalists.
Yeah.
And I haven't started Fist yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as Brian's literally just started his army. My
He's got
army's
quite a big army now,
just
Brian.
Has he?
Yeah. 20 bolters, 20 breachers, Leviathan, and a Predator.
Oh, you got a Pred as well.
Got a Predator.
Which style?
All las cannon.
Yes. Better than I would.
What does it look like though?
Looks pretty good.
Is it a round turret or a square turret?
The square turret.
Square turret.
It's Mars pattern.
Mine's round.
Mars pattern's enough.
Where's mine's?
Who wants Mars pattern?
What's my
Rhinos?
Pred? Is it square round? Me like all as one. It's square.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
but
like
Big Mars pattern.
Mars pattern.
Is it a 40k one?
It's a 40k
It's
one.
Mars
Yeah.
pattern.
Dimos Predators are so much cooler.
They are lush.
Yeah.
There's a lovely one on the Forge World group page, on the Forge World website, painted up like a salamander. It just looks lush.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I think what is nice, I think vehicles as well are going to be able to start in squadrons and then split off
Yeah.
after deployment.
Dreadnoughts definitely can.
Yeah, Dreadnought's
Yeah.
definitely.
So I think things like Predators, whereas before I was looking at vehicle squadrons going, I'm not sure about these.
I'm not
I
sure
think
the
they'll-
land speed as well though.
I don't know.
Because you could imagine them going around in a squadron.
The thing is,
You
they
could
were-
also imagine them splitting up.
in the game we played the other week, they were really awkward to manoeuvre, just
Were
with
they?
the size of them,
What the
the land speeders, just because they hang over the bases so much.
yeah.
And you have to try and keep them in unicoherency.
Yeah.
It was just a bit of a faff on.
You're probably going to get that with the jet bikes as well.
Yeah, I mean, I ran the jetbikes in a very small squad of 3.
Yeah,
I
it wouldn't be
think-
so bad with 3.
I think large squads of jetbikes, like you say, they're going to be a bit of a nightmare
Yeah.
just because of the sheer size of them. I mean, the size of the jetbikes are ridiculous, really, compared to like a normal bike.
Yeah.
Double the size.
They are lush.
It's just all engine.
Well, they do fly.
Yeah, it's like it has a combustion engine and a jet engine. Looking at it,
It does, yeah.
it's just daft.
Well, yeah, 'cause it needs a combustion engine to power the jet to lift it, and the jet engine to make it go. Woof.
The jet engine does it all right. Combustion engine just sounds cool.
Yeah. Big dirty V8 in the middle, taking hour.
It's all for intimidation.
Yeah.
So, one thing to notice with the pre-orders and the costs, did you know that it's cheaper for Australians to order their stuff from Britain
Yeah.
Is it?
than it is?
That it is from Australia.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't.
I do,
Because
because
of
my cousin lives over there.
They artificially, so Games Workshop artificially increases their prices. So if you put the costs into currency converters, say in America,
Yeah.
obviously the dollar isn't worth much less than a pound. But dollars to pounds, the prices are like 1.5 times through Games Workshop.
Yeah.
So it's not quite cheaper for them to order from us because of postage. But Australian dollars, they're like what we pay. Well, their box set's nearly $500.
Oh.
So it's literally cheaper for them to get it posted from over here,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is crazy, really.
It's mental, isn't it?
Well, wasn't there also, you know, when they're talking about the whole Brexit thing? I know, but wasn't there a free trade deal on the cards of Australia?
Yeah, but
That would mean be no import fees.
Yeah, well, the thing, Brexit was a nightmare because all this no deal. We should have had a no deal. We should have had a no deal and then go and make one.
I don't really want to get into this, but I think that was a thing.
Yeah,
about the free trade deal with
Sack
Australia.
it all off and then just made individual
I
trade
thought we
deals.
had that with most Commonwealth countries anyway. Like
No.
Hong Kong, we don't pay import tax from,
Oh, I don't know.
which is why you can order loads of cheap stuff from AliExpress.
No, that's because they lie about the value.
Yeah.
Yeah, but well, it's not really worth anything anyway. But still,
It's because they send everything in one box and say it's worth a penny.
Yes.
no. Yeah.
And because there's just so many of them, customs can't check them all.
Yeah. So one other irritating fact: the Wave 1 for the special weapons is now sold out.
Okay.
Because I wasn't wanting them, and now I've changed my mind.
Really? You putting a print order in?
Well, here's the thing though, because the box of special weapons is only £20.
Right.
I don't think you'd print them for cheaper than that. And
Like, you don't think I can, or you don't think I would charge?
I don't think.
You probably
Two
can.
threes, but at the same time, to guarantee that the fitment's going to be the same
Oh, yeah,
as
that's
well.
it. That's
Do you
it.
know what I mean? Like for what I would save, let's say if I wanted, like say you charge 50 pence for a weapon,
Okay.
and I got like 10 plasma guns and 10 rotor cannons for a tenner.
Yeah.
But then it turned out that the fitting wasn't great.
Hmm.
I'd probably have preferred to have paid the extra tenner for the plastic ones that are built to fit,
Okay.
because I know they would fit. Do you know what I mean? Plus, I wouldn't have to use super glue, I could use plastic glue.
Oh, I'm getting sick of super glue.
Yeah, same, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's actually a bit of my skin on Brian's Predator.
Oh, nice.
Not very hygienic, Simon.
It's
I
covered
was
in glue.
holding this bit on, and I tried to let go. I was like, it's not coming off.
I have let go, but it has not let go of me.
Oh,
Oh.
put your hand in the freezer for a few minutes.
How does that work? Does it?
It makes super glue brittle, so it comes apart.
Oh.
Obviously, everything else you'd already glued would come apart as well.
Well, then, no.
And you-
Because I wouldn't want to do it all
I did
again.
that. I bought some Ogrins off eBay for Blackstone Forest, and they'd been super glued together really badly. So you just put them all in a food bag and leave them overnight in the freezer.
Yes, you'd have to leave your hand in the freezer overnight.
I don't think that's healthy.
So yeah. And anyway, the point was the next day they were just all in bits in the bag.
Oh, okay.
So
With plastic.
yeah. I don't know why you would glue plastic models together with super glue, but
It's all you had and you had to get it
some
done.
people do. Some people prefer it. I don't understand why.
No,
I think Joe prefers using super glue for his models as well.
we'll have to ask him.
I'm sure he does.
Because plastic glue with plastic models is superior in every way.
I know.
Yeah, you can't take them apart though.
Yeah, okay, you can't take them apart.
Yeah.
Once it's set, it's there permanent.
Yeah, but I want them like that. I want them to be put together and then not fall
Yeah.
apart.
So, what about any? So, did anyone order any of the extra peripheral stuff?
No.
I was tempted, but no.
Yeah.
What were you tempted with?
I was tempted by the bookmark, even though I read off a Kindle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like that. I was like, yeah, I've got a Kindle now. I don't need the bookmark or the books. Saying that £4 for that book is a pretty good deal, whichever one it is. Because there's 2 books coming out, isn't there?
Yeah, but once again, you can't get a physical book and put it in your Kindle.
Yeah. I mean, that's £4's bound to be cheaper. So this is the thing that I haven't checked, but because Black Library books are quite expensive on the Kindle store.
The odd like £4 or £5.
Some of them, they're £8. I think the Primark
£8?
series are £8 on the Kindle store.
Yeah.
Now, bearing in mind, most like mass market paperbacks I buy on Kindle store are like £2, £3 at the most.
I've actually started going for people who are self-publishing
Yeah.
and paying like 29 pence.
Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, even like the BattleTech, the last BattleTech ones I read, I got a full trilogy for £4.
Yeah.
It was like, 1,200 pages of book
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
for £4. And like I said, Primark series books,
£8 a pop.
And the thing is,
£8 for like 150 pages.
with Black Library books, it's not guaranteed to be a good book either.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that though. Actually, Primark series, I haven't had a bad one.
Alright.
Horus Heresy, I haven't had an awful one.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean? They're not like... Black Library is not as bad as it used to be.
Alright.
Because they went through that stage when they were first coming out and it was all really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then they kind of must have went, you know what, everything we print just sells, let's just print everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were releasing like 2 books a week and a lot of them were just trash.
Yeah.
And I think they've kind of reined it back in a bit, whereas they've, like if you notice, they don't release like anywhere near as many books as there were like 3-4 years ago.
Hmm.
But
That's
most
true.
of them are pretty good.
Yeah. I might have to try some of the new ones.
So, yeah. Well, yeah, like I say, the Primark ones are good, but like I say, you're not really getting much of a discount on a Kindle
No.
for what you should be.
So it's £8 for the Kindle version, or about
Yeah.
a tenner
Yeah,
for the.
Hmm. So that comes down to preference, really, then, doesn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah, but I suppose the point is, so the 2 books they're releasing though are both short story compilations,
Yeah.
which could be interesting.
Hmm.
Or horrendous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least if it's a short story, if it's bad, it's over quick.
There's one of them's written by Mike Haswell from the Spiky Bits podcast. What's it called?
Oh, really?
Well,
Well, that actually makes it interesting.
What's the podcast called again? Where they do the Would You Rathers?
I can't remember, but it's my favourite 40k podcast. Yeah, but yeah.
So
That one.
would you rather once a year have to fight an orangutan with a sword, or every time you got into a motor vehicle you had to fight a chicken?
What?
Okay, right, so let's break this down, right? I could probably pretty easily win a fight against a chicken.
Yeah. But, hang on, who's got the sword? You or the orangutan?
Oh,
Both of us?
Both, yeah.
I'd fight the chicken. I'd fight the
If
chicken.
you think about it, that's like it's 4 chickens a day, and it's probably fine now. But what happens when you're like old? What happens when you're having a bad day?
That's
You
when
know
you
what I
get
mean?
in a motor vehicle as well. If you get on a bus, there's one there.
Yeah.
Waiting for you.
Well, this is the thing, because when I asked somebody at work about this, and they were like, "Oh, I'd just take the bus," and I was like, "Well,
Still a motor
There's
vehicle.
one on the
Yeah.
bus.
because I said every time you get in your car,
All
and I'm
right.
like, no, if basically it'll be any mode of transport. Do you know what I mean? If you're using the
You're
mode
out
of
playing golf.
transport.
It's like, do you want a boogie? No,
No,
leave
I'll
it.
Yeah.
Although if you're playing golf, you've got your golf clubs with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd fight the chicken because an orangutan's
Yeah, well,
stronger than you.
yeah, well, we researched how strong an orangutan
Yeah.
was.
They're
and
pretty
it was
strong.
Absolutely ridiculous.
It's like twice the strength of
Now
you.
this is a question of how did they build all of that muscle, yet they only eat leaves?
Well, I mean, you can say that about cows. They only eat
So
grass.
yeah, but cows, right? So cows don't use grass to power themselves. Cows' stomach is like an engine,
Yeah.
Right.
and what the cows do is the grass turns into like
Ferments, doesn't it?
ferments, and it's actually the stuff that's fermented from the grass.
And
that-
so gorillas and orangutans don't ferment.
I don't know. Well, we don't.
No.
We don't get our nutrients from stuff fermenting in our stomachs. So I'm assuming other great apes don't. Yet they're still ridiculously strong, and they only eat leaves.
It's because orangutans are the first thunder warriors.
Well, you could
It's
be
a
honest.
prototype.
Could be honest something there.
Anyway, we're having a little bit off topic.
Can
Yeah.
they spit acid?
Not sure. Nobody knows. Nobody hasn't seen what happened.
That is true.
Like, can you prove they don't?
Oh, anyway. right.
Anywho.
How did we get on this?
Yeah,
have
we
no
were just
idea.
talking about bookmarks or something.
Buying
Yeah.
or something
So
random
the, other,
stuff.
so the other thing that's come up, and it actually seems like a really good deal, is the Dimos Rhino.
Yeah, really good
Yeah.
deal.
So
21 quid from Outpost, I think. I don't know what the prices are. That's
yeah,
the one that came up
Yeah,
on
so that's
Facebook.
popped up, yeah.
yeah. So it's basically going to be about no more. It's going to be less than 30 quid wherever you buy it from,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
for a model tank isn't a bad amount of money.
No, it's not bad.
So yeah, it actually seems like, for once, the price on this game
Is right.
is right. It doesn't feel like
Mm.
anything's really overpriced,
Mm.
unless we talk about the Kratos.
Well, what price is the Kratos?
Not sure.
Oh, well, then
Well, we
we'll
can't talk
we'll
about
not
the
talk
camera.
I'm
that
sure it was about 80 quid though, discounted.
then. 80 quid?
80 quid discounted.
I think. I'm
So-
not sure. In fact, I'm going to Google it. Because somebody can.
So it's Land Raider size, though, isn't it?
It might be bigger.
It's bigger, I think it's longer.
Let's
It's
have a look. So
longer.
what website should I go? Should I try Element?
Well, I mean, you could try Games Workshop first to get the actual price.
Their website always. Yeah. I don't like the Games Workshop website loading.
It's loading.
So here we go. Age of Darkness Dawns. Buy it all now. Yep. So that's just took me to
So how much was the Age of Darkness off there?
180.
180.
It's about what we thought, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, it was cheaper, so we thought like 195, didn't we? What's
So
it
the
now?
Age of Darkness was 180 and the books were 42.50.
So the books were 42 from Games Workshop. Oh, I
Yeah.
wonder what the discount price was. It'd be 34-ish maybe.
Possibly.
You should know since you bought one.
I did buy them, but I can't remember. It was
Right.
over a week ago.
Ah, so that map I was thinking about was £17.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy
Yeah.
weapons 26. Scatter dice 50p.
Wow.
Random. Right. So
Yeah, there's a whole load of Legion dice being
Yeah.
re-released.
so
Yeah.
the Games Workshop website, I can't find the Kratos. I'm gonna have to search for it. It's
I
not
mean, I'm not sure why you didn't start with the search.
because I should have just every other online shop. I pressed the big picture of Horus Heresy. There it is, £75,
£75.
and it's out of stock online. So yeah, every other website, I press the big picture of Horus Heresy, and then it takes us to the
Everything
list
else.
of
Aye.
everything they're selling for Horus Heresy.
So what's the discount price? 60.
Maths wise, 10% will be £7.50.
Yeah, it's a 40.
20% will
So
be
15.
15. So 60.
Yeah.
You may get it for 60.
About 60.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not awful, but
It's not great.
that's
it's not
because
bad.
I'm used to Games Workshop prices.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't like.
It's 3.6 rotogens.
3.6 rotogens.
It's not great. It's not bad.
I wouldn't pay that like for if you were playing Bold Action and there was a
Oh, no,
and they
no.
released like a King Tiger. and it was 60 quid, you would just be like, what? I'm not paying that.
It's true.
Or any other thing like that, do you know what I mean? So it is what it is, isn't it?
So would I pay 60 quid for a Kratos? No.
I don't like the look of it.
Or it's like a big Sakaran, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm just not a fan of the styling of it. I'm not a massive fan of the Sakarans. I prefer the Rhino and Land Raiders, like the more boxy looking, classic Space Marine stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Right, so should we take another break?
Yeah.
And then come back and we will talk about reactions. So let's see you in a minute. Alright, welcome back. So we've just watched a trailer that Games Workshop's just put out for a new paint range.
It was very pointless.
Didn't tell us anything.
That had literally no information on. So we
It didn't
just
look good though.
it was, yeah.
Oh yeah, it looked pretty cool how they were unpainted
And then they got
and then they
caught.
were painted.
Yes. Via CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's it.
It was unpainted CGI.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it's going to be. Maybe it's going to be a special set of Google glasses where your models look painted. Even if
Oh,
they're
I'd
not.
buy them.
Can you choose the level of painting?
Yes.
Amateur, pro painter.
Yeah, well,
Sorry, you have to pay to unlock pro painter.
it probably will be.
You have bought Ultramarines pro painted. Would you like Blood Angels pro painted?
Yeah.
You can only use this on 15 models. Top back up by inserting.
We shouldn't give them ideas.
No, we should.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about reactions.
Yeah.
So as everyone all of our long-time listeners know that we play Conflict.
Yep.
And Bolt Action and other Warlord games that basically are built around, well, Conflict's built around reactions.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Antares was.
Yep.
Warlords of Era 1.
I think I had some, didn't I?
Yeah, kind of. Probably closer to Heresy actually, because I had a more limited set.
Mm-hmm.
So, so what have we got? We've got 6 main reactions.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There's other reactions that I haven't really been able to find out too much information on. So I did watch, like I say, I watched YouTube videos, I watched Guerrilla Miniatures and stuff. And there is reactions that you can buy in with like AUX spec scanners.
Yeah.
To shoot at
And
people
there's
deep striking in and stuff like that.
Like Legion specific ones
Yeah,
as well.
every Legion has their own reaction, which is
It's
also
generally limited once per battle. not a Legion one.
once per battle super reaction, which are usually pretty cool.
Yep.
I think one of the coolest ones I've seen, I can't remember what Legion it was for, probably World Eaters. Someone goes to charge you, or
You
shoot
charge
you,
them.
you can charge them
Yeah.
Yeah.
instead. That's pretty cool. I can't, to be honest, I can't actually even remember what the Ultramarines one was.
I can't remember the discard one either.
No, I
don't-
remember the core ones. That was it.
I don't think it massively jumped out at us, but it probably will be good once I, get me head around it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think I've got that much to get me head around with Ultramarines. It's
With
gonna
the
take-
whole doctrine thing and then the
so
laser targeter thing.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I kind of like the fact that I've picked a Legion where I have to think about what I'm doing to
Okay.
get the use out of the rules.
As opposed to World Eaters.
Yeah, or Space Wolves.
World
Just
Eaters,
charging.
close combat, everything,
Yeah.
charge.
Yeah, so it's like even at that point, like the rules for Ultramarines aren't for army building only. You also have to use them in the battle,
Yeah.
which I kind of like. You have to like keep thinking about it all the time, but at the same time, it's like it's a lot to get your head around. Like I don't think there would be a very good beginner army. Like if you'd never played before, if you were like new to like battle style war game, let's say you've only played something smaller like Marvel Crisis Protocol and Star Wars Legion,
Yeah.
and then you come under a full size what I would call a full size war game,
Okay.
like Horus Heresy,
Yeah, yeah.
and then all of these extra rules.
Mm-hmm.
You probably want something a bit easier. Like
Would the easier be like the Imperial Fists?
Imperial Fists,
Sons
or
of Horus?
Iron Hands.
Oh, we need to talk about Sons of Horus as well. Anyway.
Sorry?
Because there's 2 Horus rules. There's Small Horus and there's Big Daddy Horus.
Should have been Horus Axamand. It's
What?
not the same guy.
No, there is. There's the Horus Unascended and then there's Horus Ascended.
Oh, I thought you meant Little Horus as in...
Oh, not Little Horus,
Little
is it?
Horus.
Little Horus.
From the books.
Horus Lupercal
Yeah.
Ascended, who's like a titan. He's not that big, but he's got massive rewards and massive points.
Like, is he a demon or is he still a human?
He must be a demon. Must
Yeah.
be.
I thought so.
Demon Primarch.
Until he gets killed
Until, yeah.
by Sanguinius. And then
Is it
they'll-
Sanguinius who kills him?
Well,
Or is it the Emperor?
Well, that's what they say, but I reckon that Sanguinius kills Horus. And then
The Emperor
Emperor
kills
Sanguinius.
For killing his favourite son.
Possibly. Who knows?
I'm going to the favourite son, we all know that. We all know that.
I thought it was Fulgrim, but...
Yeah. We all know who the least favourite is anyway.
No, Sanguinius wounds him
Do we?
and then...
Yeah, Kurt.
Perturabo?
No, Kurt?
He hates Perturabo.
Yeah, but the only one he kills
Mortarion?
was Conrad Kurt.
Magnus?
Did he send an assassin? He didn't even do Kurt in person.
He
You know
sent,
what I mean?
he sent Trajan, Valorous and all the Custodians and Space Wolves after Magnus.
No, that's true.
Yeah, that is right.
So he has...
See, that's like a lot of effort.
He has more...
That's a lot of effort. That's a lot of time and paper, right?
He has more...
For Kurt, all he did was just send one of those assassins.
He seems to have more that he doesn't like than what he does like.
You see, he maybe regrets the whole thing.
Quite possibly. Well, this was a bad idea.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at it logically, did he even really need Primarchs?
Well, no, because all the legions existed before the
Exactly.
Primarchs.
So,
We just bored of being in charge of all of them.
He's like, right, I've won. What can I do now?
Yeah.
yeah, so, back to reactions.
Okay, yeah.
So, you've got 1 per phase per turn
Yes.
of core reactions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, in your movement phase, you've got 2 reactions to choose from. When somebody moves to within a certain distance, I think it's 9 inches of your models,
Yeah.
you can either...
12.
Is it 12?
Yeah.
You can either advance or withdraw.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So advance means move towards those people directly, and withdraw means move directly away from those
Well,
people.
both directly.
Both directly.
So there's no kind of shimmy shammy behind
No.
cover.
No.
That's interesting. Yeah, okay.
Well, from what I've read, no. And what Greg Dan on the Imperial Truth was
The
saying.
reacting unit may move a number of inches up to its, unless if the advance, up to its unmodified initiative characteristics towards your enemy until that triggers this reaction. Moving each model in that unit directly towards the enemy by the shortest available path. In a unit with mixed initiative characteristics, the highest unmodified characteristic, using the highest one. Vehicles may pivot once 90 degrees and move directly 6.
That's pretty cool.
For withdrawn,
I like that direct.
Yeah,
withdrawn, the reacting unit may move a number of inches up this one, blah blah blah.
yeah.
Is it the same but away?
Yeah, very much.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So the thing is, those 2 reactions aren't as interesting as they could be.
What do you mean?
Well, you can only do 1 of them. Out of those 2, you can only do 1. So you're either moving directly towards something or directly away from something.
Yeah.
But it doesn't allow like a full maneuverability. Like why have both of them when you could just have 1 reaction that says when somebody moves,
You can move 6.
you can just move, yeah,
Yeah.
to wherever you want.
Yeah, like so say for instance you've got a squad of 10 men or you've got your officer and all of a sudden the Leviathan comes in the corner and think, yeah, I need to get out the way of this. I'll move around this corner. Like you do in other games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like to be able to move behind cover and stuff like that.
I think it's because it's not your turn that it's that limited.
Yeah.
Because at its core, it's still an I go, you go game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but that like it is, but with these reactions, it's not in tactical sense.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
So
because you might try and bait
Yeah,
it. Or
because
you
you could like I say, you could move a unit out knowing that it's a good target.
Although, it's up to the distance.
Yeah.
You don't have to go on the maximum.
Well, no, but your initiative's not going to be very far anyway. If it's the same as the Space Marine's been since 1992, it's going to be 4 inches.
Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, it's not this or that. It's a range of this or that.
Yeah. But like I say, you could move a unit out. All your enemy moves into shooting position to shoot that one unit, and then you use your reaction to move it away.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean. You could bait people like that.
Oh yeah.
But if it's got to be directly towards and directly away, that's going to be a lot harder to pull off. Like I say, if you could just move the full 360, for one, they would have saved a load of space on the page.
Because they just had one reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But secondly, it would have opened up. Well, I mean, we haven't played this.
No, I'm interested to see how it plays.
I can understand where directly towards is going to work if you've got
If you're
dedicated.
an assault army.
Yeah, if you've got an assault army.
This is setting you up to be charged.
It is. But if the opponent's just got bolter guys and you've got Terminators with lightning claws or etc.
It's basically free. Actually, for stuff that's, I'm going to say, almost invulnerable, it's like a free move.
Leviathan Dreadnought.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Close
But
combat.
they're probably going to have low initiative.
Close combat Dreadnoughts are going to love this, though. Like I say, depending on the initiative, but even a couple of inches, if you're only moving for a turn, an extra 2 or 3 is still a big deal.
It made the difference between a failed charge and not.
It depends. Dreads, if they've got the vehicle keyword,
Yeah.
they can move 6 inches.
Oh, okay.
Vehicles may pivot once up to 90 degrees and then move directly up to 6 inches directly
I
towards.
can't confirm that, but I don't think they do. I think Dreadnought is its own keyword.
Right.
No, I think it's infantry, cavalry, Dreadnought vehicle.
Right, got it.
I think. Obviously, not guaranteed, but that's what I've picked up.
Yeah.
So the moving away, I can't really see a really good use for this.
It would be
Unless it's
because
just to
you've
get out of range of
you've
short
pre-measured
range.
their range and thought, yes, I can react and get out of the range.
Or it's just backing off from a charge.
Yeah, backing off from a charge as well. Yeah.
But they're the only two things I can see from that. And I think the one you're going to see it mainly used for is backing off from a charge.
Yeah.
And I think it's just going to
The
irritate.
shooting unit is going to back off from a charging unit.
So it's just going to irritate dedicated close combat armies.
But it's one unit, once per turn.
Yeah.
And it's the initiative, not movement.
Yeah. But that being said, the other thing we forgot to mention is your Warlord gives you an extra reaction, depending on what
Yeah.
legion you are, what phase it'll be in.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the faster style units, legions like White Scars, Raven Guard, I think those are all in the movement phase.
Mm-hmm.
So, they'll get that extra chance to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're not out special. Shooting phase,
Yeah.
we've got 2. We've got Return Fire and we've got Evade.
Yeah. So return fire is basically the unit you're shooting at shoots back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it happens simultaneously, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
I think it is simultaneous.
So both sides shoot each other and then both sides die.
Yes, but what I like about this is it doesn't stop you doing anything on your next turn.
Oh no, it doesn't. No.
So
So you can shoot again on your turn.
in a 6-turn game,
Oh,
you can technically shoot a unit. You can shoot
on
the
return
unit.
fire, the units made a shooting tag, a part of their reaction fire, are considered to be stationary.
Yeah.
And may fire weapons of any type as though it had not moved.
Yeah.
So heavy weapon squads,
Yeah.
just things with heavy weapons.
Yeah, it can go.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
what it does
it
mean
not-
is that
No, it's not snap firing, is it?
no, like I say, some things you're going to be able to shoot with 12 times a game. If people are shooting you, let's say you've took a Kratos tank,
Yeah.
and people are going to be shooting it every turn till it's dead.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be able to shoot back with that every turn. For free.
So, but this is where the thing comes in. So let's say you've got your Kratos tank, right? I've got a squad of las cannon boys. I've got a Vindicator laser destroyer.
Which one do you go for?
So I shoot with the las cannon boys. Do you react against that? or do you wait till there's a destroyer?
Yeah.
Because you might be dead before then.
Yeah. Depends on
Vice versa.
depends on what main gun you've got on the Kratos, I think.
Mm.
But yeah, I think what this return fire is going to mean is that super heavy is going to be weaker
Yes, the will super heavies will be weaker.
because having more.
It's a weaker alpha strike as well.
Yeah.
Because you can't take out the big thing because the big thing will probably take you out.
So in smaller games with infantry, see, I don't see this being used a lot with infantry.
Oh no, not unless it's like that's the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
But if you do, it's going to balance the infantry out quite a bit.
Mm.
Like I say, you're not going to just be able to walk around a corner with your melter gun squad and shoot the other person's like heavy weapon squad and kill them all.
No.
Because they'll just go, right, well, I'll react and kill you back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bit like trading pawns in chess
Yeah.
in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, it's once a turn again, unless your warlord allows you to have two in the shooting phase, which is another thing for balance as well. What do you think is going to be better, having two shooting reactions or two movement reactions? I would say probably two shooting reactions.
Two shooting, definitely.
It's definitely going to be better than two movement reactions.
So, in a normal game of 6 turns, you get 6 lots of shooting with the unit if it survives.
Yeah.
The reactions, you get 12.
Possibly.
Technically, yeah. If you
If
Up to 12. With another one, you'd have up to 18.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So yeah, that
Gives
basically
you it's
more
like
shooting.
it improves the efficiency of them guns.
Yeah. So I can't see any downsides to this reaction at all.
It doesn't state any, does it?
No.
The other reaction is evade,
Mm-hmm.
which gives you a 5+ shrouding.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that is going to be like either a feel no pain or a cover save.
So basically, you would use this if you're getting shot at something, you don't feel you can hurt back.
Yeah. I'm.
It doesn't actually, because because I'm reading the cheat sheet here for it.
Yeah, it just says shrouding.
Yeah, obviously it's guessing
So
it's guessing you know the shrouding rule already.
Yeah. So I don't know what the shrouding rule is, but like I said, it's got to be one of those two things.
Oh yeah.
But if your model's already got a shrouding special thing, it doesn't stack.
Well, that's it. If it's a 5+ cover save, it'd be pointless on Terminators, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I can't see where that's going to be as good as just shooting back.
It could be very limited
If you can't shoot
situations.
back.
Yeah, if you can't
But
shoot back.
within your whole army, so you've got one of these two reactions for your whole turn. Would you
But it might
not
be
shoot back with something?
That you've got this forward unit of pure close combat
Yeah,
Terminators.
and then speed fire.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just said you don't do it on Terminators.
Yeah.
Something else.
But it might not
That
be
doesn't
that.
have
It
an
might not be a
invulnerable.
cover save. It might be a
That's it. It might be like a funeral pain.
It might be a 5+ to hit, regardless,
Yeah.
with it being shrouded.
Oh, that would be
Because I
interesting.
haven't read the
Ah.
see, it's not broke down because I haven't read the shrouded rule.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
Should I Google?
Five up to hit because you're shrouded.
Should I Google this?
Like when he pops up.
Yeah, we should find out for sure.
You know, you used to also have phones.
Yeah,
I know, but you said
hang on,
should I
hang
Google
on. I've just read that to you off my phone, and we all went, oh. So piss up.
Let's have a look.
Oh dear. But yes, I like return fire.
Yeah.
That's good. 'Cause, like, not being impervious whilst you do your turn is always good.
Yeah, because that was always a nightmare on 40k. Alpha strike, you're like, right, that's 10 men.
That's
not
your
moved.
game done?
That's my squad, like, dying.
Yeah.
It's like perfect example. The last game I had against Jimmy was running his orcs. He had an orc truck full of rocket launcher orcs and took out me impulsor. Literally, in Alpha Strike, I was like, oh well, that's dead.
Doesn't get to do anything this game.
No, although it did. Me men did escape from it.
Oh well, that's
And then got mauled by 3 death dreads. Because we're just the low Hellblasters, but with the Assault 3
Oh yeah.
plasmas. But obviously I was playing Orcs, so I was like, wait a fire.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, but obviously you popped 3 death dreads. I was like, right. And can you find this rule or not?
Looks like it's a cover save.
Cover saves plants.
Yeah.
But I can't fully. I would need to actually see the book.
So, what would a cover save be good on? Something that doesn't have a cover save and doesn't have an invulnerable save.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eh.
something in the open that's in power armor, basically.
Or a small vehicle.
Yeah.
But then if it's 5+, it's like, it's just bad.
Not great, yeah.
But then again, if it's a 5 up to hit, or a 5 up feel no pain.
Yeah, I think it is a cover save from what I've just
Right.
gleaned off there, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly how it works. But
We'll tell you on the
I
next
just-
podcast when
yeah.
we've got books.
Yeah.
I think personally I'd be returning fire.
There's
So
probably
that-
going to be a
to
better
the
return
point-
fire situation.
But I just
Yeah.
can't see myself using that. So we go to assault.
Mm-hmm.
So in the assault phase, we've also got two options.
Yeah.
We've got overwatch and hold the line.
Hold the line's quite cool.
Right. So overwatch is just shoot at the charger.
Yeah, okay, pretty good.
And hold the line. See, this is the problem with hold the line. You've got to pass a morale check for
Yeah.
the work,
Yeah.
and then the charge counts as a disordered charge.
What does that mean?
Feels.
I don't think it does.
Does.
I think what a disordered
Reckon
charge
unit must
means-
make a morale check. If the check is successful and the enemy unit was also successful, then the charge counts as discounted. If the morale check is successful but the enemy's charge was a failure, then any other charge is resolved against this unit by any enemy time units in the same subphase must be discounted. 2.
Yeah. So, if the charge makes it, it's just disordered. Now I think disordered just means you don't get your extra attack for charging.
Oh, that's not that great then. I've got to have it off you. I
Other
just read it
things,
wrong.
Yeah. But like I said, I've got a lot of rules in my head.
I'm now blind.
I could do with
The book.
So basically, the hold the line is going to be situational.
Yeah.
Your Overwatch is probably always going to be good,
Yeah.
unless you don't have guns.
unless you don't have
Yeah.
guns.
So you go into Overwatch unless you don't have guns, in which case you're going to hold the line, or maybe use a unless you're like a dedicated close combat unit as well.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And you want to win the fight. I'm not sure if disordered charges have a reduction in their initiative or something, but it just seems like the fact that you have to pass a morale test to do it is like, why add that?
But you don't have
Why
to do
add
it
that
for-
stipulation when you don't have to do that for any other reaction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you need it to hold the line? You know, you're a space marine.
Yeah.
Although saying
Well,
that,
these are universal, though,
Yeah.
so you might not be a space marine.
yeah, true.
Yeah, you might be a.
You might be a solar auxiliary.
Yeah. Chances are, if you're a solar auxiliary and you're being judged by the Night Lords, and you need to try and pass a morale check for holding
You're
the
not.
line, it's just not going to happen, is it?
No, you're not going to even choose that as the option.
No, it's just
You're gonna choose
Not
one.
only did react by running away in the movement,
yeah,
then reacted by the return of fire,
yeah,
and then you're going to do the Overwatch.
yeah. It just seems. It seems like that out of these two, Overwatch is going to be used a lot more
Yeah.
than Hold the Line.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I could Overwatch on 8th edition and stuff till they made it all weird.
yeah. Just one a turn though, but again, I think your Warlord has an extra trait in the assault phase, so you've
Yeah.
got 2 lots of Overwatch.
That could be pretty well, depending who you're fighting, because for that to work, you have to be charged in the
Yeah, you
first
have to
place.
fight against another.
Like you might be fighting an
Combat
army who's
army.
not planning on charging you at all.
Yeah.
I might just want to sit back and shoot.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is the thing. If you're playing a dedicated close combat army,
Mm-hmm.
you'd be better off with having a Warlord that gives you an extra shooting reaction to get an extra evade,
Yeah.
Yeah.
rather than an extra assault reaction,
Yeah.
which gives you an extra Overwatch.
Yeah.
And in fact, the people who are going to benefit from the assault reactions
The shooting
are the
armies
shooting armies.
with the extra Overwatch.
Yeah. So it's kind of
I was saying that no,
Then
because
shooting-
the shooting army benefits from both.
yeah. So shooting armies can benefit from any of these reactions a lot better than
Yeah.
combat armies, really.
You can, yeah.
Like, there's a lot less downside for a shooting army.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah. But like I said, Overwatch is pretty much, you're going to see that a lot, aren't you?
You can see it
Yeah.
a lot different.
Yeah.
So, I think, how do you
I
think...
think there's gonna be a lot of small charges people are gonna make before the main charge to try and bait an Overwatch.
Yeah, well, do you need to declare all of them first?
We'll have to
And
wait
then
for the
work them out?
rules.
Or
Yeah.
do you just declare them one at a time? Because if you have to declare all of them and then do them, then you gives the other person a chance to decide which one to react to.
Yeah, so I'm charging that. You, I'll react to that one.
So just think of a situation there. Close combat dreadnought charges a tank.
Yes.
So then the tank would Overwatch.
Yes.
So what maybe you do?
The tank, I think tank reactions are only defensive weapons, aren't they?
Other.
I think.
Okay, charges another dreadnought.
Yeah.
Anyway.
A shooty one.
So what I'm thinking now is, do you need to screen your dreadnought with infantry to get them to charge? Where it's like, oh, I didn't want to shoot them. But now you're in close combat with the infantry and the dreadnought can get in for free.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is. It's a bit.
So
I can't wait till the rules actually come out properly and actually sit and have a
Well,
read.
it's just thinking about the tactics of it, but
it definitely means that like screen units and throwaway units.
Yeah.
I just think the actual thinking, like, still being involved in the game on the other person's turn. Because
the fact that we're thinking this,
yeah,
I'm gonna have to go and big gun goes brr.
yeah. Well, this has been the issue in 40k since 9th, I think, is that the game has become so much about an alpha strike that you don't. You're just sitting there and taking models off basically on your turn.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you're not really doing anything else.
Worst example I've seen was that game Joel had against Dave's Tau.
Yeah.
And you lost like 1,000 points in the first turn.
Yeah. Even with the command points and stuff.
Yeah.
And you, what do you call them, stratagems.
Yeah.
You kind of knew already which ones you would use at the start of your turn.
Yeah.
There was no like. You still didn't really have to engage with it. You knew right. Oh well, if he shoots these at these, I'm going to use this one.
Yeah.
It was less about what the enemy does as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's like I'm going to be using this stratagem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you play knights, you know you're going to use rotate iron shields every turn.
Yeah.
If you play space marines, you know you're going to use transhuman.
Yeah.
You know, you knew.
Like the old
Beforehand,
one, it was like, I'm going to use Fall on Fury for me. Me death company.
You
It's
have,
like
you have a book full and you only use 3 or 4.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas this, you've only got 3 or 4.
But anyone can do them.
But you've got way more. You've got more. You've got to keep yourself engaged to figure out when to use them because a very good movement reaction could change the game.
Yeah.
Well timed, but you've got to pay attention. This is what's going to stop this argument. Somebody moves, the other person doesn't react. The other person then moves a few more units, and then the person goes, "Oh, hold on, I wanted to react to that unit that you moved 3 units ago."
Yeah.
At what point do you go, "Well, hold on a minute, you should have reacted to that then"? Because now you didn't know I was going to do these other moves.
Yeah.
Now that I might have done something different to what you thought I was going to do I let you go back and change?
So I suppose the way to play that would be when you move a model within 12, you say I've moved a model within 12.
Yeah.
Give them pause. Nothing. Carry on.
Yeah.
During the movement phase, the reactive player may declare a reaction if an enemy unit ends within 12 inches of line of sight.
So I think
Say that again?
During the movement phase, the
Yeah.
reactive player may declare a reaction if an enemy unit ends a move within 12 inches of and in line of sight of a friendly unit. Once the active player has completely resolved the unit's movement, the reactive player may choose to expand one of their reactions in the phase in order to have the control.
So that says once that unit's done,
Yeah,
that's
so it has
your
to be,
opportunity.
yeah. So it's like, I've moved them 10 men there. Right, I'm now going to move.
Also, I mean, it's 12 inches. If you're not paying attention when the enemy gets within 12, what are you doing?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh, yeah, but
so
it's-
off reading that, it's when that squad or that unit finishes moving. That's when you get your option.
Yeah, but
So-
my point is, it's the emphasis has got to be in the reactive player to say.
Oh yeah,
yes,
definitely.
To say, or just to say, hold on a minute, I might react to this. Give us
Yeah, it's like
give us a few seconds to think about it before you move anything else,
yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
rather than letting the other person carry on
Yeah.
and then asking them to go back.
Yeah, it's
Because that's going, if you start going back on these reactions,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be an absolute nightmare.
it is like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't, like, let's say you do a round of shooting and then the person goes, oh, hold on, I was going to react to that.
Mm-hmm.
But you now know the results of this shooting attack.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas you're supposed to make these decisions before you have that information.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
Before
Yeah.
that's like the point
I
of
think-
it.
So where we did this in conflict would be like, I'm saying this machine gun is targeting those men. That gives you the opportunity.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you say okay. Then that's it. Carry on. You
Yeah.
say I'm going to firefight.
Yeah.
But I mean, conflict's different
Oh, it is. But
because you've got
it's-
so many more reactions,
it is, but
and at the same time, you've got to like. There is times when you know you've missed your chance.
oh yeah,
And
but I'd say
we've all
we're
done it,
probably
haven't
used to it.
Yeah, the person finishes shooting up your man, you go, oh, I probably should have reacted to that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's going to be harder for people who haven't
I
done
think-
anything like that before.
Yeah.
I think at first, the first few games, I think we'll go. If say I'm playing against somebody who hasn't played any with reactions in before, and I've moved 3 units, and they say, oh, I want to react to that one. It's like, right, okay. But if I'd finished moving everything, they go, oh, I'm going to react to that one. I go, no.
No.
I'll give them an extra set of models to move, or I'm going to fire that at that. So, but I think so. A lot of people might go, oh, I forgot. Sorry, can I just react to that and then use that as an excuse?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But for movement, it says when that squad finishes moving. But I will give them, if I've started moving another squad, they go, oh, can I finish? But with the shooting, no.
Yeah.
If I fired it, yeah, no, sorry, I fired
It's on the reactive player to intervene.
yeah,
Yeah, you've got to
Same with the shooting.
speak up, haven't you?
yeah,
Yeah.
You've got to make an effort to.
But also, it's going to be obvious which units are going to be reacting.
yeah.
Like, you're
Yeah.
going to know.
Well, this is the
If
thing,
it's
though.
going to
Like,
be if it's between 2.
when 8th edition 40k came out, there was loads of people who were like, "Oh yeah, I just don't use my command points. I just don't use my stratagems
I
because
know.
I just can't be bothered to read the rules for it."
I use 7.
And-
I used to use 7 straight away, which is to make
Yeah.
make me smash captain.
But some people just didn't use them. Some people just were like, "Yeah, oh yeah, what was it? Reroll." That's the
Yeah.
only one they would use.
I use to be fair in
Probably the best
And
one. to
but
be
this
fair.
might be the same. People might be like, "Oh, they might not realize that this is the biggest part of this game.
Mm.
That you're gonna have. That's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
That's gonna win you
Like
games."
when they say my volcano cannon's targeting your knight, they just go, okay.
you go,
Yeah.
oh wait, I'm going to firefight, or I'm going to
Okay. Because they're used to just taking it.
yeah.
Yeah, especially if you haven't played, like I say, you haven't played this kind of game before.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to get the most out of it, out of the game.
Yeah.
And like I say, you don't have to be a win at all costs player
Oh, no.
to
No.
use your reactions.
But see, but it does help you out if you know that tank's going to fire at that tank there, that tank's going to die.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I may as well
Get some out.
get to it out before it dies.
Yeah,
Because it's not conflict. As soon as your tank,
yeah. Tank on tank, you're always reacting,
Yeah,
aren't you? Because
yeah.
you knew if you didn't, chances are you were dead.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that, like risk. It's the risk, isn't it? Do I take the shot
Yeah.
before? If it's tank on tank,
Because-
vehicle on vehicle,
He might miss, which means I get free reign when eventually activated.
yeah.
But then, like, if he hits,
your tank's dead.
yeah.
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 Especially if it's a slightly smaller tank. Say, for instance, it is the big Kratos thing,
Mm.
firing at a little Rhino Vindicator thing. It's like, well, that's got bad armor. It's going to die.
Mm. But at the same
But I
time,
might kill it with the
you might need your shooting reaction for something happening somewhere else that you deem more
Yeah.
important.
yeah.
Yeah. And this
But
is
then that guy never makes that shooting attack, and you've wasted it.
Yeah.
and this is another reason why you can't really do a go backsies on this
Yeah.
No, you can't.
because this is
Because as soon as that opportunities passed, the game's changed.
Mhm.
It's now beyond that, so you got new information.
Yeah.
It's basically turned games. It's basically turned 40k from checkers into chess.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say it was checkers.
Snakes and ladders.
It was won in the setting up your army phase, I would say.
Yeah, and the buying your models phase.
Yeah.
And then what did you order from the shop phase?
It was won in the credit card phase.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Okay. Right. So should we wrap that up then?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Isn't it?
So I just want to say that in our in our Conflict 47 podcast, we always used to do listeners' questions, and we had a Discord for that. We're not doing a Discord for this podcast yet.
Oh, it's now yet.
Yeah, might do one, but I think there's
There's
already
loads
so
of
many.
Horus Heresy
Yeah,
discounts.
absolutely.
We just don't need one. So, if you want to ask a question for us to answer on the podcast, ask the question in the YouTube comments.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did we
yeah.
have any?
Yes.
Ooh.
We have had a handful of comments on the YouTube videos.
No, I mean, do we have any questions?
No
Oh,
questions. We have had comments, but
Are there
If-
good comments?
yeah, pretty positive, yeah. So if you're listening to this on a normal podcast, then just go over to the YouTube channel, just search for the Lightning Tower podcast,
I think it's the second one down.
and
comes up.
then then I'll get notifications from the comments anyway, so we'll not miss them.
No.
So if
Well,
you wanna
we might.
ask-
He
yeah.
would.
Yeah, so if you want to ask the questions, just that's the way to do it. Okay.
Okay.
Anything from you guys?
No,
No,
that's
I'm
it.
good.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I'll see you next time.
Catch you later.
See you later.
Bye.